Balls life. Alright, so even functions. So do you guys understand the even function? Can you raise the middle part for it? Somebody?
Middle part.
Okay, so even function, this is a crucial. So like I say, it can help you solve a lot of problems. So we're gonna highlight this. So we're gonna see, hey, what is it? So oh no, we get that part first. So how do I test that? Well, just imagine that f of x is equal to x squared, right? We know that's even function, but we can verify. We have to show the proof. So on your test, you really have to show it. You have to plug in negative x, and that's equal to negative x squared, and that's equal to x squared. So you see that went back to original equation.
Yeah, so it's even.
That's even.
Yeah.
But
So if it goes back to the original one, it's even. If it doesn't, it's odd.
so if I plug in negative x, right? So let's just say if I have x is 1 over x. If I plug in negative x in there, what we'll get? 1 over negative x. That's equal to negative 1 over x, what you say?
So it's odd.
So that's equal to negative f of x. So that's odd.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to give you another case. What if you got x,
It's odd.
f of x equal to x squared plus x? If I plug in negative x, what will happen? Negative x squared minus x, right? So that's equal to what?
X squared.
Minus x. Are they the same as the original equation?
No.
Are they opposite of the original equation? No. They're not the same. No opposite.
So no same.
So what kind of equation is this?
Neither odd nor negative.
Neither odd
Nor.
nor. I love using that word. I never use that word.
Nor even.
Odd, even. Okay, so this is odd. No, this is even, sorry.
Neither odd nor even.
Okay. We'll just go back to original equation, that's even. If it go back to the opposite original equation, that's odd. If it's not going back entirely, it's opposite. Okay.
That was so unsatisfying.
So, what is it? This is even or odd? Can you tell me? Can you tell me if this function is even or odd?
Let's find out.
I think
Don't say it.
Phone is that?
Is this even or odd?
Even.
Even? Well, I don't know. I'm going to show you on the graph. So, x squared. Are they even?
Yeah.
We say even function is symmetry to the y-axis, right?
That's really cool.
So that's it. That's the even function.
That looks really
Yeah.
cool.
Okay? Not only the even function is this, is you have to watch out is you gotta have even function also have another character is -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. What do you see the coordinates? On the test I'm gonna ask you that too. I might give you a coordinate and ask you, are they even or odd functions?
undefined.
Or even because, like, for the parallel, like, the y value is the same.
Yeah, see if you look at the -2, right? It's 1.333, and then at the positive 2 is 1.333.
Yeah.
So there is actually value. And apply to all coordinates. If one coordinate is off, then that means neither. But if majority of coordinate opposite from each other is the same, then therefore it's an even function. Does that make sense?
We're just
Huh?
What if it's odd?
What if it's odd? Good question. How do I know this is even? First of all, plug in negative x, see what happens. That's equal to negative x squared over negative x squared minus 1. That's equal to x squared over x squared minus 1.
Yeah, even.
Well, that's negative x. Is that same thing as the original? Yes, they are same thing, so it's even. That make sense?
Indeed.
Okay, next one, I'm gonna ask you, this one's probably pretty hard. Is this odd or even or neither?
Odd.
Are you sure?
No.
You said no.
No balls.
Neither.
Neither.
Neither. Neither.
Yeah, I think it's neither.
Neither.
Who says odd? Raise your hand. Who says neither? Raise your hand. Who says even? Raise your hand. Okay. If I plug in negative x, that's equal to negative x squared over, negative x squared minus negative x. So that's equal to x squared over x squared plus x.
Yeah.
So this looks like the top is the same, but the bottom is completely different, but not opposite. So therefore, this is a neither case.
So opposite would be negative x squared.
And if you graph it, right? If you graph it, what happens if you graph it? If you graph that, it's going to be x squared minus x. Look at the graph. Whoa. But this graph is interesting though.
That's cool.
This graph, I think, is a soft inverse. I think. I don't know. It's true.
Is there a part inverse?
Can you find an inverse function? Are they the same, or are they still different? I don't.
Looks exactly like
They're the same. Whoa.
No.
Can somebody find an inverse function of this?
Oh, the inverse.
See if they're the same. Because according to the graph, it looks like it's not. It's neither odd or even. I could be wrong too because I don't know. Y equal to x. It looks like a soft inverse. I don't know if it's true though. But so you can somebody solve it? It looks like they are inverse to each other, but I'm not entirely sure. Can you find the inverse of this function? Somebody work it out. Like 1 over x is a soft inverse. Inverse of 1 over x is 1 over x, which is pretty cool, but I don't know if this one applies. Might not be though. It could be just a little bit off. According to the graph, it's a little bit off. Do you guys know how to find inverse functions?
Yeah.
Sure.
This one.
What's your original function? Y equals
X squared over x squared minus x.
I don't know if this one's soft inverse. I don't know. But anyway, don't worry about it.
This is big.
It's not
So
important.
why don't you switch it up with your previous?
Okay, so it's neither though. It's neither, right? So let me give you a case that is f of x. Let me tell you what is this one. X over x squared minus 1. So they are very close to each other. Are they even or odd or neither? Yes.
I know the answer. I know the answer.
I actually don't know if it has soft inverse. Let me see.
thinking about.
So we probably will make that equation a little bit easier to put. So be x over x times x minus 1. X times y equal 1 over x minus 1. X times
Finding that. For it to be odd, it would have to be negative x squared. I mean,
Bless you. Bless you.
Oh, X over X.
the one on the top right.
The x over x squared minus one.
Oh, that makes more sense.
It's negative. Yeah, for it to be opposite, it would have to be negative x squared.
It just look like that on the graph. So they're not self-reimbursed. Okay, so this one is odd or even or neither?
Neither.
Neither. Wow.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Mister, what's the difference between odd and even?
He said.
Yeah,
Oh.
I know that.
It's neither or odd or even.
Neither.
Who says neither? Raise your hand.
I say I'm confused.
Who says odd? Nobody wanna be in team alone?
Wait, which one?
You're really
X
gonna make me
over
work
X
this
squared
out.
minus
You're
one.
actually gonna make me have to work this out.
X over X minus one.
Wow. You guys really trying to switch up on me. They're really preying on my downfall.
So let's plug in negative x to try it. Mathematically, you have to really work it out. Yes, Benjamin. Because if you don't work out, you don't know what happened.
It's freaking off.
Ah.
Off. It's off. Very odd.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's odd.
Team are not
I
win.
started working, I
Hey,
just worked it
I'll
out.
go.
I said it's odd. So
Wait, but how does that work?
I finished.
It was like this.
Yeah, I finished before. you. It's he moved the negative, so it's opposite. That's it.
So this one is a R function. You have to be careful with this one. Does that make sense?
Plug in a real number.
I'll let you try another
I'll
one.
give you for X if you don't mind.
Absolute value of x over x cubed minus x. Suckers. Is that even or odd? Or neither?
Let's find out.
Yes. Can you use math to find out?
I wonder. Oh, no.
That's not whisper. It's odd.
You guys suck at everything, including whispering. Okay.
So we don't know if it's even or odd. Because somebody can tell me it's even or odd.
Oh,
It's
It's odd. Odd.
it's
Odd.
Wait a minute.
It's what?
Odd.
odd.
It's multiple choice. All you guys will fail, right?
yeah, it's
Much.
odd.
Divided by what? X cubed
Minus that.
Yeah.
minus x.
Wait.
Oh, well,
Holy shit, that's a cool graph.
that is really cool.
Isn't that cool graph?
That's super.
Look at the coordinates too.
Bro, that's
Look at the coordinate. Are they opposite to each other?
Yeah.
So this is odd also.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Wow.
Wow.
And then look at the graph. It's beautiful. This is the first time I've ever seen this graph.
That's
really-
You wanna watch me?
How do
It's
you
because of you.
like give it the coordinates?
Inside is a gap. And the x cannot equal to 0, so it's open circle over there at 0. Because it's undefined. And there's a gap on the other side. That's super cool. I've never seen the graph like this before. It's the first time.
Mister, you have a viewer. Do you already have a viewer?
Yeah, I don't know who's viewing. I don't know.
That's really cool.
What kind of people watch that shit?
Wait, you actually have a viewer? That's great.
What kind of nerd are you? Watching video in the morning?
Hey, leave a comment in the live chat. Tell us what kind of nerd you are.
Okay. So even a half function. You guys get this? He's commenting.
Is he? Wait.
No, he's not. Just kidding.
I was gonna be like, what?
Okay, do you guys understand how to do even a half function now? If you don't know Christmas tree them. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how bonus question works.
Bonus question.
This one I showed Benjamin and Jennifer already. So because they are special.
We're special.
So
All the agents leave your class now.
what?
I said all the agents leave your class now.
Holy agent.
I'm not agent because they feel left out.
Okay, so
You guys were
yesterday we talked about 2x intercept, for example, that question, right? That question, the question like this,
Yeah.
and there's a
Oh, label the
there's a -2, 0, right? And then there's a 5, 0, and there's a 0.45. And we say, can you find a parabola of this equation? Do you remember this? So which form do we use?
the factor form.
Factor form. So x minus 5.
Mm-hmm.
And x plus 2. And then, so by doing that, what you would have is you would have this 3 points. So first of all, you will have three point here. 1, 2, 3, and let's get rid of this one. And so you have those three point. And then we want to find a parabola going through that. So once you have the first equation, you're gonna have y equal to y equal to what? Y equal to a times x plus 2, I think.
Yeah.
X minus 5, right?
Yeah.
So by doing that, you will have a equation that is gonna go through, wait, where's my parabola? Okay, so by doing that, you're gonna have some type of parabola that's going to go through those 2 points. And then A is gonna be at one moment in time, it's gonna go into there. And not really coordinate enough to do this. Almost. So you see that there's one point in time that this A is gonna be what value? So I think it's a -5 or 6. So you see that point is gonna go through. Do you remember this question we did yesterday? You do know how to do it?
Yeah.
So you're gonna plug in what? Plug in 5 and 4, right? So that's gonna be 5 equal to A times 4 minus 5 times 4 plus 2. And that's equal to 5 equal to A times -1 times 6. That's equal to A is equal to 5 over 6. Negative. So therefore I can replace that as -5 over 6. So that's cool, right?
Yeah.
Imagine I have this. How do I find the x-intercept?
Set y equals to 0.
Then you're gonna have.
Okay, that's equal to what?
The highest degree.
X squared minus 2x plus 5.
And then,
And
and then turn it into.
you can't do factor.
Like,
You can't factor.
you
into
can
the
do
quadratic.
quadratic formula.
I'm gonna change this to the negative sign. Okay? I can use quadratic formula. Okay, so quadratic formula is going to be 0 equal to -2 plus minus, right?
Yeah.
Negative b, so it's 2. Does that make sense?
Yes.
-2 squared minus 4 times 1 times 5
Yes.
over 2, -5 over 2. So that's equal to 2 plus minus square root of 4, sorry, plus 20 over 2. So that's equal to 2 plus minus square root 24 over 2. Am I going too fast? I can take out 2 from the radical, so it'll be 2 plus minus 2 square root what? Over 2, right? And that's equal to 1 plus minus square root 6. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So x is equal to 1 plus square root of 6, and x is equal to 1 minus square root of 6.
Is there another way to do it?
No, it's the only way. Or actually complete the square, can you use complete square to find the answer. It's gonna be exact same thing. You gotta move 5 to the other side though.
Complete the square and then put out what's the reference.
Okay, so there's other 2 solutions. Now imagine I don't know any of those. Imagine I don't know any of those,
Why would
and
I
we
do
know, like imagine that we only know this.
Okay.
That's the solutions. And then can you find the original equation? So I asked Gabriel. He found the solution. He found the original equation that gave me 2 the solutions. But how do you do it the other way? He did it in a different way. So I'll show you how to do it the other way. This way is actually interesting. Because imagine that if you have x equal to 2 and x equal to 5, how do I change to the factor form? I subtract the 2 to the other side, right? Does that make sense? And then becomes the factor form because 2, that's how x minus p, x minus q come in play. So if you got 5, so x equal to 5, right? So x minus 5, that becomes this part, right? That's the reason why. X minus 2, that come up with this, right? So can I do the same thing, move everything to the other side?
Yeah.
X minus 1 minus square root of 6 equal to 0. X minus 1 plus square root of 6 is equal to 0. If I'm able to manage multiply those 2 factors together, if I FOIL this, I should go back to original state. But nah, not gonna FOIL that. It's too much work. But there's other way to do it. Yes,
Logs.
not logs. I can parentheses the first 2 terms. I can parentheses the second 2 terms. What that makes is very interesting. A minus b times a plus b. And that's equal to a squared minus b squared. So that's going to be x minus 1 squared minus square root of 6 squared.
Monsieur Johnson.
You okay?
Yeah, right.
You feel like you run here.
Yeah, I didn't know we had class today.
Yeah, it is a Veterans Day. So x squared minus 2x minus 1 minus 6. X squared minus 2x minus 5.
Hold on, calm down. What?
Wait, shouldn't that be a plus 1?
Shit, forgot.
Oh, that's plus 1, you're right.
Okay, so 8. Shit, forgot.
So, yeah, that's cool that,
Holy shit.
Wait, Mr. So that's checking your work?
no, I just do, if I give you 2 roots, you can find the original equation.
Yeah, that's most definitely gonna be on the test.
It's gonna be a bonus.
Yeah, that's most definitely gonna be on the test. Ah, so close. I really thought that was gonna make it.
I read that too. And it will work with eyes, that's what's cool about this. It will work with eyes, just
Right,
like,
yeah.
What I do?
you would have worked with eyes, so if that's a plus 5, it would have worked too. But instead of the I, it's gonna turn out to be positive. So there's a nice thing about math is the math doesn't matter which way it works, it should work out the same way. And then your Quinca actually did a different way and he got the same answer, which is pretty cool. He just, I don't know, I forgot what he did, but he did something pretty cool. He says, x.
Share your secrets.
I did x equals, x minus 1 equals plus or minus the square root of 6. And then I did like and then I squared both.
Yeah.
both of them.
It's actually easier too. And so it's really cool. He did it a different way, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But this way, you can use like the idea of difference of a square, and different square is gonna work out. So those are the bonus question that you're gonna have. Good luck. The test is supposed to be tomorrow, but
So all of this is from one problem. One problem.
yeah, that's not a lot.
Yeah, wait till you get to calculus.
Wait, who said I'm